let's see here. We'll go to, I think it's the King's turn.
Is it the King?
The King's turn.
There was a crowning of a king this weekend.
There was a crowning of a king. Hey, I talked this guy offline earlier, and he's got a good story about getting in the race. But welcome to the program, King William Butler. And are you the third?
Yeah, that's what they're calling me. I won the third one.
King William Butler the third, the King of Compacts over the weekend, Moeller Raceway Park. I watched the race. Talk us through the event.
We got a good draw in the heat. Got to start on the pole of the heat and actually got to get away from everybody and got away from it really clean. I'm not used to getting out of it that clean. And then we had to redraw, and I started sixth in the feature.
And I watched the video. It was a real competitive race. It looked like there were a couple lead changes.
Yeah, they got a little crazy, right? Like a lot of them wanted to win it on the first lap, and they all ran into that first turn wide open, and I sort of just tried to lay back and keep clean, try not to get taken out the first part of the race. I know for us that was a 20-lap race, and that's almost double our normal, and I knew there was a long time to go, and I was sort of trying to let them take each other out first and then make my move.
Well, I mean, you guys just stayed. It looked like you stayed out of trouble most of the race, and then on the last lap, you were like, "I'm out of here. I got this."
Yeah, I was running third, and I wasn't really counting the laps, and then I seen them show 5 to go. So that's just, I don't know, something just said if you want it, you got to go. And I started running as hard as I could. I kept thinking I was going to end up rolling my right front off or something, running in too hard, but I'd rather do that and not finish than just sit in third and settle for third, because I've been finishing second the last couple of times out and never had got a feature win, and I wanted that one bad.
So let's rewind to last year. What were you doing last year?
Last year it was my first year in racing. Bought a open wheel modified and thought I'd start out there, and then that just got to be too expensive. I only got to race the car 6 times and ended up just setting like racing half the season, and the car just sat in the garage all winter looking at it, knew I couldn't get it back together, and halfway through this season I ended up just trading the rolling chassis off for one of these little 4-cylinder cars.
And so you had never raced before last year. You're real new to the sport.
Yeah, well, I've always been a fan of the sport. My dad raced when I was a kid. I grew up down in Tennessee, a little below Nashville. He raced down there at Duck River Speedway. And, growing up watching him race, and then we moved up here when my mom and them split up. So I started watching races up here at Florence Speedway, started hanging out with Jerry Rice in the pits, and they let me start coming to the house, helping turn wrenches on their late model. And, I started talking about how bad I wanted to race, and they said, get a car and we'll help you with it. So I got a car. I tore it up too much and couldn't keep it on the track. So
now
had to find a cheaper way to do it.
Well, so here we are. We got this great organization, Dirt Racing Connection, and they're looking out for the smaller guys in the sport, the compact. What's it mean, one, to have a website that's pretty much devoted to you guys, but two, what's it like for them to put on such a huge event for the compact?
Oh, it was great. I mean, everybody in the compact division, we kept seeing the purse growing on Facebook, and they would all send us all alerts. We've got a new sponsor, and then now it pays this much. Now it pays this much. They never did just settle on one thing. They kept trying to make it bigger and bigger. Like I'm pretty sure it grew until the day of the event. They kept adding money, then they added lap money, and just the way that they went out and promoted just dirt racing in general, but really wanted those compacts to take off, because they like to see the guys that can't afford to race that want to race. They want to see them out there. And, that's just awesome that you got somebody behind you helping you out, because, without people like that, you might not be able to race.
And it's kind of we talked earlier, it's kind of old school, like you said, where, if something breaks in the motor or whatever, you can just go to the junkyard. And that's really where racing was at 40 years ago. You were just building stuff out of the junkyard. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually, we're always on Craigslist looking for I drive a 99 Eclipse, and we're always on there looking for cars with blown motors or just motors or spare transmissions. We're trying to find stuff cheap for them all the time, so we'll have them, in case we break something. And for that race, we found an old parts car, and we put a new body on the car just for that race, trying to make it look good. It's like these guys down here when the North-South comes in for the late models, all of them's putting on brand new bodies, making them late models look good, and because that's their biggest race down here, and so that's sort of the way it was for me. I wanted to look good. I didn't think I'd win it, but I'm sort of glad I put the new body on it because it looks good in the pictures.
Yeah. And we also talked. There's some. Since you did win. What all came with the crown? How much money did you guys pocket, and what were some of the other benefits of being the king?
I got just a little over $1,000. They gave me a 3 years membership to Golf Racing Series, and then I got a bottle of Crown.
Hell yeah!
That was my Gatorade. After I got out of the car, I got to take a big drink of that instead of Gatorade.
You were a warrior, my friend. You were a warrior.
Oh yeah, it burnt pretty good. But
they filled the scepter about half full. Is that about what they went to?
Yeah.
Do you still have that bottle, or did you guys finish it off?
Oh, I still have it. We didn't finish it off that night. I was the only one that was able to drive the hauler home. So.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Since you got this title now, and you got a little cheddar in your pocket, is there some races on the horizon that you might be going to? You gotta put that the crown, or a crown has to be on the car now.
Yeah. If I could find a place to put it in there where I didn't ruin it, I like it. That's almost like a second trophy for me.
Oh no, I'm talking about just you need to spray paint a crown on it. Don't ruin the real crown. That's got to go on the mantle.
Maybe that's the thing, Webb. Maybe the king gets like free crown decals for the rest of the year or something.
That should be. We should have thought of that last week.
I know.
Yeah, I'll talk to Craig at Decal Designs, and when I did my car, I'll have him make me a crown. Maybe make the numbers on the side of my car, but like in the crown in the background or something.
That's right. The 11 crown.
Yeah.
So now this $1,000, I mean, if the car's in one piece, it's a good car. I mean, that $1,000 is going to help you stay on the track a little bit longer this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, all right. Well, before we let you get out of here, I want you to thank some of your sponsors or some of the guys that help you, and tell us where you might be at in the next couple of weeks.
Well, the next couple of weeks, I think they got a race in Union County over in Indiana on Friday for $1,000. We might go there. I heard that Lake Cumberland down in Kentucky might have $1,000 to win this year. We might try for those, but other than that, we'll probably stay over at Moeller just because that's sort of our home track where we've been running, and that's where all the fans are, so we'll probably head back there most of the time. But as far as thanking everybody on the car, I'd like to thank Bestlers You Pull and Save. They've really helped us out with parts for the car all year. Doug Walker at Kick Shot Billiards, Jeremy Storms at Go Beyond Medicine, he's a chiropractor, and Craig Lonkard at Decal Designs, and Steve Alcorn with Dirt Star Racing Photos. And then other than just sponsors, I'd really like to thank my brother-in-law, Tim Martin. He's worked on my car all week, this week leading up to that race, because I couldn't get off work in time to work on it. So he's the one that pretty much got it ready for the race for me without any help from me. And, I'd like to thank my wife for supporting me. It's nice having a wife that likes to race, too, because then she don't complain so much when I race. But it's, just everybody around me. Like, I've had a lot of people that I didn't expect to call me and tell me, congratulations on the race, and just the people coming up to me. It's just another part of dirt track racing that I like. That's how dirt track people are. They go out of their way for you, and it feels good.
Well, and certainly we got to give a shout-out to Jody Shannon, Wade Logan, Matt Morrell, and everybody at the DRC for what they do for short track racing, what they do for the lower classes, the compact division. Brian and I, and In the Dirt, we kind of got in on it. We wanted to make sure that we helped out with that weekend. So, Jody, you guys did a good job. Sounds like everybody had a great time. You got a new king, King Willie. King Willie, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
I don't know. It sounds like somebody's honking a horn.
Yeah, it was somebody was trying to text me or something. My phone vibrated.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Congratulations on your win. I tell you, if you go on to your next racetrack, the next race you're in, if you win again, we'll have you back on.
Sounds good.
So maybe this will be like we'll be like your good luck charm.
Oh, I need all the luck I can get.
Well, all right. Well, congratulations on the big win, and we'll talk at you down the highway, brother.
Well, all right. Thank you.
Wait. Go.